Hey everybody, Rich here, Rich's Custom Marine and Auto. Today we're working on this 2015 Nissan Altima. Today's project is replacing the front struts. They're completely shot, no damping left in them. So let's go over that. So first thing you want to do is this little clip goes in there like so, and then this clip gets pushed in there. Just take a screwdriver and a hammer and tap that thing out, and then this will come out. These ABS line retainers, they just push into those ears. Those will pop out, and you'll have to be real careful of that when you take it loose from the knuckle so you don't pull and damage that. So next thing we'll work on is this sway bar link's got to come off. This is an 18mm nut, and that's 6mm inside. I've already started trying to take that loose, and it gets out a ways, and then the threads seem to be messed up. So I've got my trusty little thread chaser kit here, and I'm going to chase that. I've already wire brushed it really good to get all the dirt out of there. This vehicle goes down a dirt road, and so things are pretty dusty. But anyways, let me get that thread chased, and then we'll get to pulling this thing apart. Alright, I chased that thread. There was a burr on there for sure, so let's see how it comes out of there now. Hey guys, and if you're wondering about the socket that's got the hole through the back, my wife got me this set. It's made by Crescent. I'm not exactly sure where she got it from, but it's definitely not something that I use all the time. But times like this, it makes it a lot more handy. And it's a full set, metric and standard. There we go, we finally got it off of there. Lay that thing aside. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and break loose these right here. These are a 21mm or a 13/16. They're exactly the same size. Okay, let's see here. Not really under that much tension, which is good. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my floor jack underneath the disc just ever so lightly, and what that'll do is just kind of support this knuckle so it doesn't pull the CV joint apart. Alright, so that's what I've done there. Just put some foam on there, and it's really not holding any pressure hardly at all. So next thing we're going to want to do is we'll go ahead and get these 3 nuts loose, and just be aware when you pull the last one of those loose, you want to be supporting that strut because it just will fall out of there. Okay, so I got a helper here. Helper's gonna pull the bolts out of the top here when we're ready, and then I'm gonna support the weight of that strut, and then she'll take care of making sure these lines are out of the way. Go ahead. Okay, so something that you want to do is keep it in the orientation it came out of, and take note of this little tab right here, because the procedure says that has to point outward. So we'll make sure, I need to go verify which one is the right side out of the new ones, because they're different left to right. Also of note, for the bolts that go through here, these guys, the bolt is replaceable, but according to the procedure, when you take this nut off, you throw that away. So actually went to the dealership just a little bit ago, got 4 new of those lock nuts, and there's the part number. Kind of surprised that they were still able to have those at the dealership, considering it's a 2015. They usually only carry stuff for up to 10 years, 7 to 10 years. So here's our new ones. Let me take a look at the part number like I said, and we'll figure out which one's got to go in there. Alright, so here's the replacement. We did get these through Rock Auto. If I can get this to show. So the 7545 is the driver's side, and 7546, which is what this one is for the passenger side. So we're going to get set up here, and we'll put that new one up in there. Alright, so we're all set up here. We'll get the new one up in there. Okay guys, so we've got it set in there now. As you can see, the bottom here is not lined up. It's kind of pointed off this way. That's no big deal to turn that thing over and get it slid onto that knuckle. And that thing turns real easy. Double check we've got our ABS line and brake lines where they need to be, and then we can go ahead and work on getting our bolts put in. Okay, so now we've got everything just set in there by hand. I'll go grab those new lock nuts for those bolts, and we've got these guys just hand tied up here, and we'll get those all run in. I did go ahead and run the thread chaser on this again because it still was a little bit difficult. If you guys need to do thread chasing on that sway bar end length, that is a 12mm by 1.25 thread. So that's the thread chaser you'll need. Slide that thing back in place. Looks like one of the ears got bent back where this ABS line goes in there, but easy to fix. I'll go grab a pair of pliers, straighten that thing out. Alright, so we're ready to torque these down. We're torquing these to 26 foot-pounds. Now, I'm going to have to get a crow's foot to get the back one. Some of you guys that have been along with the channel for a while know I use Loctite fairly often. I did put blue Loctite on these. Now they may have to break these loose when they go to do the alignment, and always make sure you get the alignment done after doing this kind of work. Most vehicles need it anyways, but you definitely want to do it after doing suspension work. So let me go grab a crow's foot for that and we can get that torqued down. Okay, so this is my setup here. Always make sure you put, if you have to use a crow's foot, put it out to the side. If you put it up top, it effectively lengthens the torque wrench, and it'll actually throw your torque value off for your bolt. Okay, that's got those. Now for these, we've got the brand new nut. And by the way, guys, these are not available. I think I said they're only available at the dealer. They're not available through any of the local parts places that I have around me. But they're only $1.50 a piece, so not bad at all. And we're going to go ahead and we'll run those in. I'm not going to use an impact because I don't want to cause a bunch of heat. I'll just use a ratchet to run those down until they're seated, and then those will get torqued to 103 foot-pounds. Okay, now with those torqued, we can go ahead and put the brake line in its slot. Start the clip. There we go. And now we're ready to put the sway bar end link nut back on. Alright guys, so that wraps that up. It really is as easy as it looks. If you do this job and you don't have a torque wrench, go to Harbor Freight and buy a torque wrench. Get you at least in the ballpark. Also, while you're doing this job, some other things to look at. Take a look at the rotors. I'd done brakes on this not too long ago. Rotor looks really good. The pads are 80-90% remaining. Take a look at that. Air up your tires if they need it. Rotate the tires if they need it. Do your general maintenance stuff. And of course, the procedure when we go to do the driver's side here is going to be exactly the same. So to keep this video a little bit shorter, we're not going to show that. So hey guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really does help us out. We're at about 540 some odd subscribers at this point. So it really does help us out as we try and grow. We'll keep fixing cars and power equipment and stuff like that, and you guys keep watching and liking, subscribing, and doing all the things. And we appreciate all of that. We appreciate you. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.